What's up, guys? Today there's a few things we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be removing the sway bar in the front and the rear, rear, front, and then I gotta do some few adjustments with the driver's seat, push it closer to the center console so I'm not so close to this boy, so I don't want to hit my head. You might be wondering, hey, why remove the sway bar? Don't cars need sway bars? Yeah, they do, but they don't let each wheel move independently. So if I remove it, hopefully that'll help with off-roading, help me get a little more wheel articulation. And the idea comes from this guy. He commented on my Instagram saying, hey, remove the front sway bar, see how that feels, because I hate my coilovers because their ride is way too rough. But within the next week or so, I've got some rally coilovers coming in, so hopefully those solve the problem, or at least make it better. But I'm gonna remove the front and the rear sway bar because, yeah, more wheel articulation. Hopefully it helps it off-road. I don't care if I have body roll. I already have body roll. Even though I have a roll cage, the tires aren't exactly low profile or grippy on the street. So, yeah, they're also taller. The tires they're 26 inches. So they're a pretty big tire for this little car, and I fucking love it. To remove the sway bar, you got to take the end links out, and then that mount, as well as the one on the other side, down there, that guy, and then the end link on that side, and then it comes out. The back's easy. The front I have never taken off, and I haven't really looked at it yet, so fingers crossed it's as easy as the rear, but I guess we'll cross the bridge when we get there. So a lot of you may not know I actually have a little light bar for my reverse lights. These stock ones still work, but this one helps. I wanted to put one on the other side, but there's not a whole lot of room because I got this gas tank in the way. Alright guys, rear sway bar is removed, so I'll set that aside. I still gotta finish taking out the end links. So if you remove the tire, you have way better access to the top of the end link, which makes it a lot easier than trying to fight it with a fucking tire in the way. Alright, so now I got that one off. I'll take the other one off on the other side. But I'm gonna keep all of it together. Keep that. I've had the bolts for that, and the other bracket are gonna be threaded in the car, just in case. Just leave them there, and I'll take the other one off. So real quick, in case you were wondering if your car has a limited slip or an open diff or even a welded diff, if you spin the tire, see this one's going that way, that one's going the same way. Now that means I have either a limited slip or a welded diff, and I have a limited slip. If I spun this one this way and the other one spun the opposite way, then it'd be an open diff, and that's what this car originally came with, and those are no fun. Okay, so I got the driver's seat out, took the bracket off. It's over here, so I've got to move the holes that way, so I'm gonna slot them that way on all four. This one I fucked up the first time and accidentally drilled that, so I might be able to slot that way and make it work. We'll see. Alright guys, they're all slotted, so hopefully that'll push it over enough, because with the way the cage is, there's the hoop that goes on the roof, and that bar is real close to your head. Okay, well this guy right here is right next to your head. So I moved the passenger seat over, so now there's very little space between it and the center console, which is what I want, because now the seating position is perfect. So I just want to do that with the driver's side, because the driver is, more important. Okay guys, so I decided to paint the bracket because I just never did. So I thought, fuck it, why not? I'm not gonna paint the passenger one until the next time I have to take the passenger seat out, because every time I go to take the seats in and out, I risk messing up the paint on the cage, and that's frustrating, and I don't want to deal with that. So unless I absolutely have to take it out, like when I redo the bed liner, that'll be soon, hopefully. I know I've been saying that a lot lately, but hopefully get that done soon. There's just other things that have been in the way, but that's one of the next things on the list. So when that happens, both the seats have to come out so I can do the passenger bracket, and then we'll be good. But for now, I was like, alright, why not? Let's just paint it, get it over with. Okay guys, back to the sway bar. The front one doesn't look too bad. End link there. Just got that bracket there. Same thing on the other side, bracket and end link. And there's not really anything in the way. I don't really have to maneuver around anything, it doesn't look like. So this should be fairly simple. Okay, and she's out. Wasn't too difficult. She's dirty as fuck though. But that makes sense, because I actually take this car off-road, so yeah. Alright, we're pretty much done. Just clean up, and then put the driver's seat back in. And I decided to get these trim pieces. I just sprayed them with some bed liner. And I'm gonna throw them back in because for the longest time, since I started putting the cage in, I've been running no dash, and I think I'm gonna start building a dash. So I'll have this covered up so I don't have to worry about that. And then I'll start figuring it out. I'm not gonna have a cluster because my clusters keep taking a shit on me, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. But yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, so with the sway bar removed, that means that my suspension is now truly fully independent. It doesn't need no man. It can take care of itself. It's all good. We're all done. Got the driver's seat back in, looking good. Those pieces are drying up. They go here over the center console, they wrap around it, so I won't have to worry about making that part. I can just make the dash, it'll just be like flat, like nothing special. So if you liked the video, leave a like, comment down below how you guys think the car will perform without sway bars, and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.